If you have a kid that loves helping animals, then we have a possum camp just for them. Plus, waived fees for all of AHS's adoptables. That and so much more right here on Pets on Parade. Good morning and welcome to Pets on Parade, brought to you by 3TV. I'm Kelsey Dickerson with the Arizona Humane Society. Thank you so much for joining us this week. And like every other week, we have so many absolutely wonderful pets available for adoption, including this absolutely gorgeous duo. Can you guess how they're related? We're gonna give you a hint. One is male and one is female. Bree has more about their story in just a bit. And if you thought that my co-host here is a little bit too young for adoption, you are absolutely right. But this is just one of quite a few pets that we're gonna be talking about today that is in need of a foster hero. Carrie's gonna be talking to you all about these cuties and this cutie and his siblings in just a little bit. But first, we wanna make sure that you know that, like I mentioned a bit ago, all of the Arizona Humane Society's adoptable pets have completely waived fees now through tomorrow, Sunday, December 11th, including puppies and kitties, thanks to our absolutely amazing partners at Bissell Pet Foundation. We desperately want all of our babies in their forever homes before the holidays, so help us spread the word and visit azhumane.org/adopt for more info. And did we give everyone watching enough time to figure out how these sweet babies might be related? Bree, I don't know. It might be kind of hard. Can you help us out?
Oh my goodness, they are such sweethearts. So I have Edie. Edie is the mother, and Perry here has Edwin, and Edwin is the son. Edie is about 2 years old, we think, and she came in abandoned with a litter of kittens at a local VCA hospital, and they went ahead and contacted AHS. They came in, they were evaluated, and I mean, look how gorgeous they are. I actually have not seen a cat that's pointed like this and then has this really cool, beautiful marking on her side like that. Just a gorgeous kitty, and I bet Edwin's going to grow up to be just as gorgeous as she is. But definitely beauties. Something we're seeing right now this time of year, a lot of abandoned animals, just like these guys. Please consider looking into alternatives to abandoning them. We have an upcoming vaccination clinic that's going to be over at our Mesa thrift store. You can go to our website at azhumane.org and go under events, and that way you can see that we've got these great low-priced clinics that can help you keep the animal in your home. But definitely come down and see these two sweethearts. You can take them home together or apart, but they definitely love each other.
Oh my goodness, they are absolutely gorgeous. And yes, it's great information because a lot of times we see people surrendering their pets due to cost. So we try to mitigate that as much as possible. Thank you so much, Bree and Perry. And named after a Greek god, our next guest is sure to wow any crowd with his handsome self. You know, but I think he's more interested in you, Linda. But unfortunately, Apollo has a pretty sad backstory.
Oh, he does, but he's doing really well now. Apollo was found as an abandoned stray, underweight and dehydrated, and did have a mass on his side which has been removed, and he's healing really well. He is a lot of fun. I've been playing with him right now, and I think he was crate trained at one time. He's really good with tricks. Let's see if we can get him to do some tricks. Apollo, can you sit? Sit. Of course, camera shy, right? Put me on this spot. He's really good though, and he loves cats. He's playing with all the cats in the background, and he likes other dogs too. And he said, I've been told that he likes to play with larger dogs, so I think he would be a great companion in a dog park or with other dogs in a family, maybe in a backyard. So come down and take a look at the 68 pounds of baby fur. This is Apollo.
Oh, so handsome. And of course, like you mentioned, you know, he's just saving all of his tricks for his home. So you're going to have to see his tricks once he's in his forever home. Thank you so much, Linda.
Yes.
And this week we're highlighting long-timer Austin. This adorable 4-year-old pup has been with AHS since August of this year and is hoping for the perfect family to snuggle up with each night. Austin was originally rescued by AHS as an injured stray, treated in our trauma hospital, and has been a staff favorite since he's been with us. Austin is a very strong, energetic, and lovable pup who is sweet and friendly with all of his people friends. As you can see, he loves playing, getting treats, and showing off his tricks. tricks. Austin would do best as the only pup in the home due to his energy and would also benefit from a house that has a yard for him to play in with lots of mental and physical stimulation. He is the perfect running or hiking partner. Austin's adoption fee is waived, so make sure to visit azhumane.org/adopt to help him finally find his perfect forever home. And all of our pets are little rays of light, but this next one is sure to have you walking on sunshine. I am going to spare our viewers by not singing that song. Who is that cutie, Lisa?
I have Sunshine here, 10-week-old kitten who arrived at AHS with our friends from the Phoenix PD in blue. She arrived in the back seat with her siblings of a police car. So I don't want you to think she did anything bad. She didn't. But her owner no longer needed to have a litter of kittens. So we work very often with our friends at Phoenix Police, and they know right where to bring things like this. So Sunshine in the litter was brought inside, checked out by our veterinarians, and found to be healthy, just a little bit underweight and underage. So they went directly back to our kitten nursery where our kittens grow to be big, strong, and then they went off to a foster home. The benefits of foster, we talk about it all the time. Here she is, 10 weeks old. She's already had a ride in a police car. And she's in a studio with dogs, cats, all kinds of people, noises, lights, and she's doing just great thanks to her foster hero. So if you can foster, think about it. It's an easy and fun way to play with kittens for a while. azhumane.org/foster to learn all about our foster program.
Oh my goodness. Usually people don't want to hear about their kids being in a cop car, but this one is already on the run again.
Exactly. You're going to have to send them to chase her down.
Oh my goodness. Thank you, Lisa. And today, like we mentioned, we have a few pets in need of foster for a number of reasons, and our first pup is sure to melt your heart. Please tell us about Ralphie's story, Carrie.
Oh, Kelsey, my heart is just filled with love right now. This is Ralphie, and Ralphie was a stray dog that was found by a Good Samaritan and taken to one of our emergency animal clinics. As you can see, Ralphie is very underweight, and he actually was covered in ticks when he first came to the Arizona Humane Society. We cleaned him up and took care of the ticks, but upon blood work, we did realize that he's anemic. And so, sweet Ralphie, you know, if I had one Christmas wish, Kelsey, it would be that this little boy would find a house or a home to just rest and recuperate during the holiday season. Ralphie needs about 4 weeks of care, and his case couldn't be more simple. All he needs is your love and support. He'll be on some oral medication, but he doesn't have any activity restrictions, and he'll come back for some additional diagnostic blood work. But truly, he needs to be able to indulge. He loves his cookies, so you know, if you have good doggy cookies for the holiday, this guy's your champ, and just really he just needs some love. So if you can open your heart and your home today to give him love, please give us a call. You can visit azhumane.org/foster.
Thank you so much, Carrie. And yes, they get lots of love in the shelter, but there's nothing like getting love in a home, even if it's temporary. And like I mentioned at the beginning of the show, we're going to tell you all about our amazing winter break Compassion Crew camp for your kiddos at home. So make sure to stay tuned.
Welcome back to Pets on Parade. We have a wonderful way for your kiddos at home to spend their holiday break. And unfortunately, our wonderful supervisor, Maverick, of our education and outreach team was unable to join us today. But luckily, Kelsey's able to tell us about our special program that we're featuring this winter break.
Yes, and luckily, Carrie, you have lots of experience filling in for Pets on Parade as my host, so I'm actually really excited to be on this side of the guest table. Thank you.
Absolutely. So for those those viewers at home that don't really understand what our education and outreach team does at AHS, will you give a brief overview of what we do for the community?
Of course. Oh my gosh. Just like every other department at the Arizona Humane Society, our education and outreach team is so vital in being able to spread the word about what the Arizona Humane Society does. So from community events to fun events like we had last night with Holmberg at Four Peaks, to camps, birthday parties, working with scouts, and you name it, they are out there in the community being able to touch the lives of people, to be able to not only raise awareness about what the Arizona Humane Society does, but why it's so important to even care for homeless pets. And one great way to be able to do that is to be able to touch our youth and be able to create compassion in them, because compassionate youth grow into compassionate adults who help our cause and help homeless pets just like these little kiddos here each and every day.
That is so true, Kelsey, and we've been blessed to have so many little ones, little humans, come through our programs this past year. But right now we're having a special winter compassion crew. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, so this is so fun. I believe this is the first year that we have done this. So it is over winter break. So December 28th through the 30th, we are having a very unique and special, flexible winter camp compassion crew. So your kiddos ages 9 through 12 are able to spend 1 day, 2 days, or all 3 days being able to give back to our homeless pets in a number of different ways at our South Mountain campus. And like I mentioned, this is such a fun way to be able to give back to our homeless pets, help your kiddos interact with animals, as well as help socialize our animals, because you know what? Being able to have kids interact with our pets is going to make them have a lot more expandability when it comes to the types of pet or homes that they're able to go in.
Absolutely. And so during this camp, what will our kids be doing?
Yeah, so it's so exciting. So if you guys, if your kids have a special affinity for certain types of pets, so whether it's critters, cats, or dogs, or maybe all three, there's different days set up for them. So the first day is going to be focused on critters, second day cats, third day dogs. And what they're going to be doing is not only interacting with these animals, as well as our education and outreach critters, which include snakes, frogs, we've seen blue-tongued skinks, you know, we got a lot of different things, but they're also going to be able to make treats and make toys for them. So this is a great way to be able to also allow our pets to be able to have the animal experience and to be able to kind of enrich all of their senses, like we had Audrey talking about a few weeks ago.
Absolutely. And what time is our winter compassion crew?
Yes, so like I mentioned, it is December 28th through 30th. You can do 1 day, 2 days, or all 3 days. It is, I believe, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. each day, and it's just $50 per day. So if you're interested in signing up your kiddos, you can visit azhumane.org/camps, or there's such a wide array of ways that you can have your kiddos be able to interact with our pets and give back as well.
That's fantastic. I certainly wish they would have had something like that when I was growing up. Being the animal lover that I am today, that would have been fantastic.
Me too.
Stay with us after the break. We will tell you all about these adorable cuties when we return.
Welcome back to Pets on Parade. Now, Carrie, we are definitely making you earn your paycheck here at 3TV. They're going to be cutting you an invoice, don't you worry. But we have an absolutely adorable way to spend the holidays this year. And for anyone out there that has been looking at these cuties, wants to know information, how they can help, please let them know how they can be not only on Santa's nice list, but your nice list as well.
Absolutely. Well, Kelsey, a couple weeks ago, I promised that puppy season was here, and indeed it is. These little kiddos are 3 of the 36 puppies that we got in at AHS in just 3 days. The majority of our puppies are coming from our reach out partners, both local and throughout Arizona. We work closely with our reservation partners and are able to save hundreds of lives of animals that have no other outlet. These 3 kiddos actually came as a litter of 6, and they were stray puppies that were found in an alley in Phoenix in a wheelbarrow. So, you know, why not bring them in? We're calling them the Santa Paws crew. I have them all leashed up like reindeers right now, and they're only 6 weeks old. So, Kelsey, they are going to need a foster home for just 2 weeks to grow big and strong so that they can be altered and go up for adoption. So our foster heroes have the first right of adoption. So this is an amazing opportunity if you're looking for a puppy to take in a litter and see if one of them fits with your family. The Arizona Humane Society will provide all of the supplies that you may need and any medical care that is required. And we would just love for you to open your heart and your home. I mean, how cute are these kiddos? Can you imagine them snuggling underneath your Christmas tree or next to your fireplace? So if you're interested in helping any of our 36 puppies, please reach out today, azhumane.org/foster. We definitely need your support today.
Oh my goodness, and what a great excuse to say, oh, I'm sorry, family, but my guest bedroom is taken up by a very important guest. So thank you so much for that, Carrie. And oh my gosh, Bree, I have just been watching you with this adorable kitty this whole time. She has been like this the whole time, and with such a long-haired cutie, I know that you have experience with that. So can you please tell us who this is and how people at home can take care of her?
So this is Blackberry, about 5 years old, came into the shelter with some minor injuries. Being evaluated, we found out completely healthy and happy. There's some patches of hair missing, which we'll fill in. But speaking of hair, long-haired cats, something like a Norwegian forest cat or a Maine Coon, which it looks here like Blackberry might be, definitely needs a little extra attention when it comes to grooming. So that's something to keep in mind. You can use a soft brush. Make sure that you make it a really positive experience for them. Treats, make it really a loving experience. Keep rubbing them where they like to be rubbed while you're brushing, and then have a matting brush handy to help with those mats that happen on the haunches and sometimes under the armpits. Never cut out a mat. That's something that the skin is real tight, and just like if we were trying to cut something on our, hair off of our skin, we'd have to be super careful. So I'd recommend using a brush or a professional groomer. Cats can be groomed, and a lot of groomers do that. So something to keep in mind for a long-haired kitty like Blackberry here. But like Mr. Rogers says, come down and meet this little sweet kitty, because he had a cat named Blackberry.
Oh my goodness, no wonder why he's so sweet. He's just taken after Mr. Rogers. Thank you so much for that, Bree, and thank you, Blackberry. AHS's homeless pets have a lot to celebrate this holiday season thanks to Chase and Rocket, crisis response canines for the Scottsdale Police Department, who are collecting donations for our sick, injured, and abused pets that we care for each and every day in honor of their December birthdays. Donations will be collected through December 16th. So visit azhumane.org/events for more info on where to drop off these items and what AHS needs the most, including canned food, toys, and more. And I'm not quite sure where this pup got her name, but it definitely is unique. Perry, any guesses on where Jenna Elf could possibly have come from?
Well, I'm old, so I thought Jenna Elfman, but that's not right. But I did a little research, and I have a feeling it came from a show that actually went off the air like 10 years ago. It was an animated show called Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom, and there was a little critter in there named Jen Elf, so I'm guessing that's where it came from. Jen Elf came to us from the field surrender. She was actually living with some dogs, and they weren't really being very nice to her, to the point where actually they had injured her. So we got her out of that situation. We brought her into the shelter. Our behavior team looked at her and determined that she is extremely, extremely soft and gentle. She's a very, very sweet puppy, and a little bit timid, as you can see, although she likes the handheld camera a lot. And she's very, very sweet doggy. And she's 8 months old, so she's on a little bit of a small shepherd. And now she's not liking the camera so much. So we got her in, and she's doing very, very, very well now. She probably was in a situation where she doesn't like big, large, intimidating, bouncy dogs, and that was her situation. So here she is now for us. She's a little bit timid, like I said. She's going to need like a quiet home initially, and then she'll come out of her shell. There's lots of ways to help dogs like Jen Elf right here. Cash donations, of course, donations of monetary things, donations of things in your home. How about donating something with wheels on it, like a car, an RV, a motorcycle? We will do things like that. It's called our Wheels for Wags program. We get top dollar because there's no middleman. We get all of the proceeds from the sale. As a result, you get a big tax donation, the biggest you can possibly get. If you want some more information, go to Wheels for Wags, azhumane.org/Wheels for Wags, and find out how we can take care of you and getting your car adopted to us.
That is right. Giving your car another life while saving lives.
Yep.
I love that. Thank you, Perry. And we just mentioned how you can donate to our homeless pets thanks to Chase and Rocket, but if you're not in the Scottsdale area, our great friends at 98 KUPD are also hosting a holiday donation drive for our pets, right, Linda?
That's right. This is Woodrow, very vocal Woodrow, and he's sibling to Sunshine, and I can tell that he's missing his sister right now, so if you took two of them home together, it would be wonderful. Again, like what Perry was discussing about donations and wagon wheels, we have a donation assembly line, or what am I trying to say? Donation line for 98 KUPD is joined together with AHS for all donations. We could use anything from toys to food to treats, blankets, even those empty little, when you use toilet paper and you run out, you use a little roller. We use that for cats and also for our bunnies. And we put Timothy hay in those, and they're wonderful little extras for them. So take home Woodrow for Christmas.
If he doesn't run home first, man, you're doing a great job.
I love what I was going to say.
I think he's channeling Woodrow Wilson. He's like, I got a country to run. Thank you so much for that, Linda. And like we mentioned, we had a lot of pets who needed foster. Luckily, this guy has graduated from foster, and he is going to be looking for his forever home. We'll introduce you to Rocco after the break. Welcome back to Pets on Parade. Thank you so much for keeping it tuned with us here this Saturday morning. Now, he might not be as small as Ant-Man can get, but I still think that this Ant-Man is a hero in his own way, Bree. And others can be a hero for pets just like him by shopping with AHS.
So this little guy was brought in by a Good Samaritan, clearly underweight, underage, ended up in the bottle baby ICU for the kittens. And he is now happy, healthy, and ready to come into your home. He is a bundle of energy. Everything you expect out of a kitten, he is it. He has been playful. He's been purring up a complete storm. He's been cuddling with me. Very friendly little guy. Would probably adapt to almost any household with proper introductions. Something that I wanted to mention, we have some great holiday sales coming up at our boutique. And I think that would be really awesome for you to be able to go purchase items for friends and family by supporting AHS at the same time. We will have basically the sale, the entire online store is on sale, 50% off dog and cat toys and treats. And you can also buy one shirt and get 50% off a tank top. So go ahead and visit azhumane.org/petite, and you're going to get more info on what to do. Help support these little guys. He's climbing up on me here.
He's ready to go for the sale. He's a shopper. Thank you so much for that, Bree. And it's hard not to see a sweet senior baby and fall in love. And this cute boy is definitely in need of some love, right, Perry?
Yeah, he sure is, Kelsey. He was an owner surrendered to us. The owner was just too ill to care for him anymore. He is 12 years young, and in typical Chihuahua fashion, he actually is acting like he's about 5 years old. He's a good-looking little dude. He came into our Second Chance Animal Trauma Hospital, and he needed some dental work, so we did that. He's fine. He's healing right now, but still no hard toys or hard food for him for just a little bit longer. He was also diagnosed to have a heart murmur, which is not very rare. We see that quite often, and I'm guessing it's probably a pretty low-grade heart murmur. I don't think it's going to affect him too much, but he does have a med disclosure for that. He's just a wonderful little guy, and you can see how comfy he is in my hands right now. You guys who like little dogs, this is the guy for you. Kelsey, you mentioned the special. I'm going to mention it again because you saw some spectacular animals on the show today. All of today, all of tomorrow, they're still going to be free. Those beautiful kittens that Bree and I held, they would be free. The puppies we had on the show are not free yet. They're not available, but dogs like that. If you don't think you can get a great dog in an animal shelter, you're absolutely wrong. Check out what we have because there are some spectacular animals still available. And again, they're going to be free through tomorrow. So check us out at azhumane.org/adopt.
Yes, that's right. And it is our holiday wish that all of them find their forever homes before the holidays. Thank you so much for that. And now, who doesn't love a pet with a human name, especially one that has made such a great recovery? What has Carl's journey been like, Lisa?
Well, look at that photo. You can't even believe this is the same kitten. He came in, a Good Samaritan took him into an emergency animal clinic. They found him sick and he had URI, which is an upper respiratory infection. The EAC kind of triaged him, made sure that he wasn't somebody's lost kitten, and they contact the Arizona Humane Society, who picks them up the next day and brings them into our Second Chance Animal Trauma Hospital. So what they do is they checked him out, they made sure he was healthy, got him some meds, and off to a foster home for upper respiratory infection. And look at him now, plump, happy, a little bit shy, but he is ready, now that he's healthy, to take advantage of our waived adoption fees and adopt Carl today.
Yes, that is right. Thank you so much. And thank you for tuning in. Like Carrie mentioned, we're in desperate need of puppy fosters, so make sure to sign up. We'll see you next week right here in Pets on Parade.